come at a cost. The Bears are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Niners team that has to be careful throwing the ball. With that, let's get out to Soldier Field. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the all-time leading passer in Vanderbilt history. The veteran quarterback, it's Jay Cutler.
And while it probably hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Jay Cutler throughout his career because he's had a lot of different coaches and offensive coordinators, it also has made him extremely adaptable. There's not anything he hasn't seen or done on offense in the NFL.
First down, it's Cutler. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile, he makes any quarterback that much better.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, Cutler. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Eric Reid is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll need to get the play off quickly. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Jarrell Freeman in on the stop. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back near his goal line. Here's Kaepernick. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They run. Hyde. Carlos Hyde. See you later. The 20. And oh, at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought it may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them, and it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
On the ground, this is Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
It's caught by Royal. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches, hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A good pickup there at 22.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset, huh?
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
Now Cutler on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams uses the stiff arm.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Cutler to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Throwing again, it's Cutler. And he's got Miller. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And this is a quarterback who certainly played awfully well last week in their win. I know he's looking to replicate that one here today.
As they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Pernell McPhee's a strong run-stuffing outside linebacker who's beginning to blossom as a pass rusher.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he finds McDonald. And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give to Hyde. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Kaepernick now to throw. Buying time to his left. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, Cutler. Look at the time. And Wilson has it. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won his state title at Heritage Hills High School in southern Indiana.
Where in southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. How about that?
That's pretty strong right there.
Nearby to my hometown of Evansville. Bet you've never been there, have you?
I have not been there, but I'm looking forward to being invited for a holiday cheer.
You're invited. Put that on your bucket list.
Thank you. It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
On second down, here's Cutler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Williams. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. This will be caught at about the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Carlos Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
High. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
To throw is Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Jay Cutler now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with a Bear. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Fresh set of downs here. On first down, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Play clock winding down. Kaepernick now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The play clock's running down. Now a run with Hyde. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Kaepernick now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
First down is Kaepernick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Willie Young, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this is caught at the 8. 23 yards on the play. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And back to the ground, Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Dawson. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Cutler on first down. Royal making the catch over the middle. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end. 3 down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Williams loses the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Cutler. Still back there. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the field. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Well, sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. On first down, Kaepernick. Complete to Quentin Patton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on cross.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. First down, a run with Hyde. And a cut to the left sideline. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They run again with Hyde on first. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Kaepernick to throw on second down. On the left side, it's McDonald. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Kaepernick now to throw. He gets it complete to Latimer. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Again, it's Kaepernick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Sean Drone, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now Dawson for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And he got it done in the passing game on that play. It was almost like a run because he caught it right around the line of scrimmage. Either way, he got a big chunk of yards after making the catch.
They'll throw on first down with Cutler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On second down, here's Cutler. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On third down, Cutler. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. And now it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Kaepernick throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come out here in the eye. Cap gives to the tailback high. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And this is Latimer, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll fall. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw is Kaepernick. He gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Now, after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think he's had a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage and maybe an extra step or two back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be first down Bears. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw. Finding time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So it's third and long, and defensively not a... And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. He's back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
He'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's brought down after a good gain. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Still first down.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start. Offense.
So the offense has it first and 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. He's got time. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Bears are going to get a first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. So second and 10 here. Now it's Cutler. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. One last shot for Cutler. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.